Welcome back to BRP. It's about to be the Mimi show for a second. I'll be right back.
What's up, y'all? What's good? Who's in the chat? Who's here? What's up, chat? Am I by myself? I guess I'll talk to myself. Well, I had a really good day today. What did I do? I got my nails done. I worked.
What you work on?
All types of things. I did expenses.
Here she go.
I'm literally talking to myself.
Ain't nothing going on downtown here. The thing is, this is the beginning of the show. I feel like I'm discombobulated. Mm-hmm. My computer almost went down for like half a second. It's how it goes.
That's how it goes. I got a new setup. And I still need to get my setup together. So I was feeling a little discombobulated myself.
Right.
I got that Scarlet box and I was trying to see if I had it hooked on right. And it didn't feel right. So I went back and I plugged everything the way I know that it'll work. And I was like, I had to call a friend and said, hey,
it still wasn't working.
Come over this weekend.
Yeah, see, I'm dreading. I was looking at that Scarlet like late last year, fall last year. I was looking at them.
Hey, chat.
And then one day, I was recording an episode of Bulls.
I was
with Vin and Sempervivi, and they were both having audio issues. Mm-hmm. And come to find out, they was both using the Scarlet boxes to connect their mic. So I'm like, oh, see, this already sound like a problem.
Oh,
this already sound like it a problem. Mimi was talking to herself for a second.
I was.
Trista says, shout out to the Endeavor to Unemployed. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be a pre-show or a main show. I think it depends on how it's flowing right now. But shouts to Donnie.
What's good?
The BR pregame. It's football tonight. Who's watching? Are people dual screening it? What games is going on tonight? I think it's
Bodega.
Is it Giants and 49ers?
I always go into the season halfway in. I can't. It's too many games.
It's Brother Fam slurred.
Slurred.
Fam had a glass of alcohol. It was this tall.
Fam is in what is that? Is New Orleans considered the Delta? Where is that? The coast.
You got to ask Rock. Rock, what is New Orleans considered? Is that down in the Delta? Is that the Gully? Where they at?
That's what Fam is. I was wondering if they linked up.
Up in the Gully. I believe they were. Word on road was that there was supposed to be some type of linkage happening. I don't know. Okay. Please hit the like button if y'all tapped in. Either now or in the future. If y'all watching it on demand.
Yes. Like, subscribe, super chat, all that.
The super chat is on. Please hit the subscriptions.
I can't, let me just address this right now.
Talk about it.
In this question 10,000 times. Vaughn, I don't know what you talking about with this tribal chief sleeve. You keep repeating the same question, and I don't answer the question because I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you supposed
I don't know why you would think that I would get that.
You're not gonna get an arm slice tribal chief. Shasta Creek. There's a
That's
Creek. I ain't forget. She says she's not getting a tribal chief.
For what?
You wouldn't get.
Say that.
Would you ever get a sleeve?
Yes, but not a tribal chief sleeve, like.
Because you would feel weird putting Samoan.
No, I wouldn't feel weird putting a Samoan sleeve on. I would incorporate it. I would make it into, because I do like the Samoan culture, I would incorporate it into like a Haitian culture, like some pattern that would bob it, because their culture is very much in remnants of how I like. They love family. They love the water. Like all things that I like, Samoans like. But I wouldn't just get a straight up like I don't know where you got that from.
NOLA is not the Delta.
What is it?
Donnie said it's the Bayou.
The Bayou. I knew it was. That's what it was.
The Bayou.
So this is supposed to be a Bayou BRP.
That's a good
quarter BRP link up, right?
Yeah. There used to be a what was that IG page? Quarter Confessions.
What's that?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, the guy ended up getting hit with Me Too allegations.
What?
But for a matter of fact, it was right after a documentary he made. It hit HBO. But there was this guy, I want to say his name was Andrew something, but he ran this account called Channel 5, where they would go out into the midst and get all like the guerrilla journal, the bootstrap hitting the boots to the pavement journalism in like this crazy era. He was doing all that. But before he did that, him and his homie would go to like the French Quarter at like 2 a.m. and just have a microphone and be like, hey, what's the freakiest thing you ever done in bed? And then someone would be like, oh yeah, you know, I did it with my auntie and my mama was watching, whatever. Like it would be the channel may still be up on Instagram. You can look up Quarter Confessions. That's not verbatim, but they would be talking that type of rowdiness. Vaughn said that was a great answer.
Ooh.
Did we see SmackDown's going back to USA? Yes. Damn. Do we start talking? Do we start talking this now?
I think we should.
Do you want to talk? What do you want to talk first? I guess is the question. Do we talk releases?
Let's go in order.
What's the order?
Because I would like our brother to be part of the release conversation.
Okay,
so the order was, what came before?
Are we talking today?
Today, right? It's so much news.
There's been literally since I posted the podcast last Friday, there's been a real week's worth of pro wrestling news that's hit. But if we're talking today, I believe it was the SmackDown going from Fox to USA in October 2024. I believe that was the first piece of news that hit today.
And I think, just to give my take on it, when the Fox situation happened, I wasn't really sure what that was all about, because I never would have thought that NBCU relationship was so, like, it's years, like almost 50 years old, right?
It's for about as long as Vince has been been that guy at WWF, now WWE, there's been some type of relationship with NBCU. That's right.
And so when the Fox deal came about, I thought it was just the one-off when they were having that, what was that show? Remember that show with, they had Punk on it for...
was Backstage?
Yeah, the Backstage. I thought that was like a quick boom, done.
Yeah.
Then when it really happened and it was this big premiere and it felt like a big deal. And I personally feel like SmackDown, when SmackDown used to be pre-recorded and shown on a Thursday, I personally felt like SmackDown was like the secondary show. It didn't feel big. Oh, he's here.
I just saw your message. My brother Math has made it. I'm glad. Shouts out to the technology god.
Right. The technology gods.
Yeah.
Huh?
This.
So he just combobulated like we was a couple of minutes ago. So it felt like a big deal, and for the past, how long has it been? 3 years. SmackDown has felt like a big deal, and the relationship between NBCU and WWE, of course, still remained, intact because Raw stayed and the other one stayed online with on USA. So them going back, it's going to be interesting to see because the numbers of SmackDown have gone up I think they slumped one or two times, a couple times, not all the time, but the numbers have been super, super strong. And it's going to be interesting to see how the numbers do back on. What's that about? I can't hear you.
He's just dancing.
Right.
I can hear the music.
See, it's the one time in the quarter where he can hear the music.
So I say all this to say, I'm kind of excited for it to go back.
It's never been on you. It's just been on USA before. I mean,
it has been on USA.
You sure?
I thought it was UPN.
It's been on UPN. The problem is it's been everywhere.
TNN.
I haven't checked until now. Let's see. Yeah, move to you. Damn, they was on there for 9 years. Ain't no way.
Which USA?
On October 2010, SmackDown the Sci-Fi, and then 2011. Where the fuck? It was on Sci-Fi for a minute. They aired the 800th episode on USA.
Cal McConnell was back in the building.
Right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess
you stare harder, it's gonna stop. Jesus Christ.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, of course we lost him. So maybe I don't recall SmackDown being on USA. I don't know what the era is. Pardon me, Cal.
It was. It looked like it was 2016 sometime. It wasn't that long ago, but
how many years?
It was in the NBC Universal family for like 9 years, but a bunch of that was when this is like the Sci-Fi era. I think after the Sci-Fi deal, it went to US. It may have went to USA for a minute.
It was
quick.
Sci-Fi.
Calvin Hawkins that's ridiculous.
It was Sci-Fi.
That's ridiculous.
That's funny. So the ratings are up because Son has been cooking, right?
Who's Son?
The Chief.
The Chief.
Right.
The whole blood has been Bloodline TV.
So what happens?
I know.
So what happens when? Because the ratings ain't.
Somebody's playing Roblox again.
No bullshit. You're playing Street Fighter 90.
I know.
Motherfuckers is fighting in space.
Wow.
But this has been what it was for a minute.
They got the ratings through the roof.
That's right.
So what happens when? Because he ain't gonna be. He not. I'm sorry, but the Tribal Chief ain't gonna be on there for another 5 years.
Now he about to be back. Word on road is he about to be wrestling at the Saudi show, Crown Jewel. His next match is gonna be at Crown Jewel, and he's supposed to be back on TV to lead into whatever that match is supposed to be.
Back on TV on what kind of schedule, Cat? What shit say? Will you see this? What this say?
He's
say 2024.
I'm assuming it's gonna be like around Halloween-ish, mid-October.
Doesn't it happen around?
Well, the Saudi show is early November.
Okay.
So my assumption is a couple weeks before is when we'll see him back on television. Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
He may chill out for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Rumble.
He can't be chilling out. Like, it's time to come back.
No,
the holidays is coming. What you mean?
Hold on, ain't nobody that work from home gonna tell somebody that it's time to come back.
That's fact. Stay home.
How?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Home.
They got the nerve. They had the nerve to say come back and come back 5 days a week.
Donnie saying he will not be champion by October 2024 when SmackDown goes back to USA. Y'all don't think he's gonna be champion?
I don't know.
That's a whole nother year.
Right.
He said they. What'd you say, Mimi?
Maybe.
Heyman said they was in the bottom of the third, like
yeah, but
months ago.
They can get to the ninth inning by they could get to the ninth inning by Royal Rumble.
When the game start.
Don't you see what his hair look like? I don't trust no man that say no.
You wild. If they were in the bottom of the third, did the game start last summer or did it start in 2020?
It started in 2020.
That shit just started 2 months ago.
If it took all I'm saying,
What we've been doing.
But we've been playing baseball, but think of how long the game's been going on. It's an inning a year.
Is this a commercial break?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
The team is at bat right now.
Games are.
Rock.
He not losing till Mania 2025. I can see it.
Rock, I was with you when you said, I hope they don't think that network, this is network television when it's cable TV. But you tripping.
Wait. I wonder if they're because they should be trying to put that bloodline story up for some type of Emmy or something. One of them episodes, the trial of Roman Reigns or something. They better be submitting them shits. But I wonder if they're on cable, if it opens up the world for different awards.
No, whether you're on cable or not, and you're up for grabs, right?
Aren't there like cable Ace Awards? I don't know. I don't know how awards work. I don't.
Oh, really?
We just give out the awards. We don't win them.
Yeah. I know for Blafty, you got to be black.
You got to be black.
Yeah,
that's the main requirement. Because if you
got to be black for Blafty,
when we check, the Blafty committee does do their homework.
The Niggy committee does their homework for the Blafties.
A 10-year plan.
Oh, the last Cable Ace Award was awarded in 1997.
Damn,
you old, Cal.
Yeah, I am old. I am old.
This nigga bought an Ace Award out of
retirement.
I'm old. I never said I wasn't old.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I haven't
heard that in a minute. Okay.
He's only losing at Mania and he's getting Rock in Philly. I'm just telling y'all what the play is. Y'all gotta chill with that Rock stuff, yo.
I don't.
Why?
So, WWE Endeavor.
This nigga knows something.
No, I don't. WWE Endeavor, UFC, all that deal happens. Mm-hmm. It just so happens that The Rock is on Pat McAfee's show in the same town, if I'm not mistaken, that SmackDown was on.
Oh, you was with Corey
that day. No, I was just online.
What did he say?
Just online.
What did he say on Tuesday?
Was sleuth.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm smart.
What I'm saying is
no, but listen, Corey goes, I hate that I'm so smart.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
What The Rock was gonna be. It's only 15 minutes.
I don't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about that till the other day, this week. I didn't know that last week. My thing is, if The Rock does something noteworthy enough to say, oh yeah, we had a plan for WrestleMania 39 and wink wink next year in Philly, that shit might be going down too. I'm not supposed to think he's going to then show. I'm not supposed to think he's going to show up on SmackDown that night.
I didn't. Because I guess I'm not in it like that.
It was just my thought. It was just my thought. I
didn't know that they were going to be in Denver. I just thought he was just on the Pat McAfee show.
He ain't got nothing to do.
Because he's everywhere but where he need to be.
Not right now.
But he showed up where he needed to be.
Wait. But me, I'm rocking with Mimi. With Mimi.
What does that mean? When you say you're rocking with her, what does that mean?
So I watched the Pat McAfee show. Granted, it was on mute. Mm-hmm. So
I couldn't understand that.
And I'm like, oh, that's The Rock. What is he doing? And I'm like, Dion, Colorado, etc. Didn't know SmackDown was in Colorado, Denver, whatever. Mm-hmm. Didn't care because I know that The Rock was on the screen at a pay-per-view.
Right.
And he didn't show his face.
At all.
Right.
He was just on the Titantron.
He said, "Fuck it."
So come on, fam. I don't trust none of that shit. And then for him to go on and say, "Oh yeah, we had plans last year, it just wasn't big enough." Bitch, are you?
I don't believe that there were plans. I don't believe that there because if the quote I'm not mistaken, he specifically said they couldn't. They wanted the big grandiose idea and they never came to one. So what match would have been set up if there was no idea to get to the match? If that's what they wanted.
He specifically said some bullshit. Specifically, pure bullshit. Like I don't believe anything that he's saying. Nothing.
The Rock.
No. So why would I think that he's at wrestling?
You don't think he's gonna? Because he did a wrestling move.
No. I'm talking about prior to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, well the last time he was in a pro wrestling ring in a match, he was hurted.
He was hurted.
I heard it.
He got super hurted.
He was hurted.
Specifically, he jacked a couple things up. I'm going to assume that The Rock is going to say, "Boom, I'm going to wrestle Ramon Reigns." He gonna be in that gym just prepping for that for a minute.
He needs to not go to the gym, man. You just do cardio and slim down. This is why you're getting hurt.
You got to do something. What if you get hit with a drive-by?
Like who's shooting at The Rock?
Right.
Roman.
Oh, you?
Yeah. Come on.
A wrestling drive-by.
This wrestling.
Yo, he said who's shooting at?
He's shooting. What's the story? What's the story to put
the shoot at The Rock?
This man,
I'm scared he's gonna catch me
with these people. How does The Rock fit into here outside of we family?
I don't know, because Jimmy was backstage and they didn't even have a interaction. It's the weirdest, strangest thing. It was just strange. They didn't even walk by and just stare, like nothing.
Y'all, wait, Mimi.
Heyman was back there.
Mimi, thank you so much, because that's really interesting. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to believe that we're mere months away from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Roman Reigns, possibly for 2 titles?
It's Joe Roman Reigns.
Joe, the real Samoan Joe Roman Reigns, in Philadelphia's at the WrestleManias. I'm supposed to believe that's going to happen in mere months. And this man was right next to this man's cousin. His cousin was standing right in that ring.
It's your cousin.
That's your cousin.
He ain't said nothing to his cousin.
Not a near nah.
I'm just
not a powder.
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way.
So then what was this? What this was just
I don't know. And that's the bizarre thing. This is the thing with The Rock and Roman Reigns and the Usos. It makes absolutely no sense. From as how long as I can remember, they will not let them interact on screen. I don't understand it. After the Royal Rumble, they refuse to let them interact on screen.
You ever seen maybe when we like are in the we're in the area somewhere, and then the other people don't really you can't mix them. You can't mix them.
But why?
Because you can tell.
It don't work. It don't work.
You ever seen the rest of my cousins? We don't bring them in public.
Yeah, they stay in the basement.
Mix them.
Stay in the basement.
What y'all want?
What y'all want?
Hey,
We got you. Don't worry.
you got a tray coming down.
I'll bring it down. I can bring it down.
You got a tray coming down. It's chicken, chips, and pizza.
Everything.
Everything. Just give them all everything.
I'm gonna slide it through the door. Y'all back up.
Back up. Hey, back up.
Y'all wrong. Y'all are wrong.
Get your way. Do you want the food?
It's a reason. You can't.
Sometimes it just don't work.
Because like how you mixing that? These are just
they're all hot. They're all hot like wire right now.
Mimi, how are you
Hot like fire.
How are you mixing? What is The Rock gonna be? The big homie?
No, what the hell y'all running ruckus up in here, acting a fool, showing y'all asses out. What in the hell?
You ever been all right? You ever been at the club and you heard a DJ mix two records? They're both good records, but they just don't go together. Maybe one's a little faster.
I don't go to those parties.
I've been to many parties. I've heard a lot of DJs.
You made me do in the ever. I just bypass, but I just took the sure. What I'm saying is what The Rock does, what The Rock did at SmackDown. I don't think that style of sports entertainment will make sense in a segment with the Bloodline. It don't go with these niggas.
Some of these segments, Bloodline ain't even talking.
Ain't no catchphrases.
And that's the key. Because if The Rock's not talking, The Rock's doing eye shits and all this stuff, but it's always playing to the crowd, and I think he might smile. And there's nothing but scowls on the Bloodline. Yeah, there's no room for any of that in the Bloodline conversation.
But it could be.
What are you looking at?
But I think that's what makes the Bloodline a little bit different. That storyline is a little bit different because it's a novel. It's a story. It's not a normal storyline. It's like a movie. It's like we always say, they need to piece one of those things out and submit them to the Emmys. And he's an actor. And they're all, we can argue that all WWE superstars are actors.
He's a motherfucker. Hold on. When he's acting, he's white. So is he? That's a white.
But he's acting though.
He's a white man when he's acting.
Oh no, all right. Yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
You want him to act Samoan?
No,
you wild.
No, what you mean act Samoan? He's not acting Samoan. He's coming in there like, what? Why are y'all acting a fool? Y'all got these elders calling me to come back here.
He gonna have to act cool.
I'm gonna have to tell, like, what is going on?
No, he gonna have to act cool.
He gonna bring Kevin Hart with him.
He may have to. No, or at the very least, he may have to have that type of swag.
I'm surprised at Mimi.
He may need to have that type of swag.
There's something that could be done, is my point.
I'm surprised at you.
Why?
I don't think there's anything that he can. I don't think he can add anything. The chance that he had to add something, add a big piece to this story, is gone.
So, in effect, if Roman would be doing Rock a favor,
yes.
So
I can see that.
So is the story? I mean, because again, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Is the story like Rock is coming back? I need one last match because everybody talk about Eric Rowan, blah 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 blah. He want to get his his final match or whatever. And is it so Rock out there talking that shit? And is it Roman that comes out there's like, bet you want your last match? Come on.
Why would The Rock want a last match?
Why do people want them to wrestle? I don't know.
I mean,
I'm trying to make it make sense.
Shane McMahon situation to happen again.
I'm sorry, Alabama.
Hey, hold on. Before, I'm sorry, Mimi. I don't mean to cut you off. Pal. I don't mean to cut you off. We need to get Vin and the Oddball Podcast. The fuck out of here.
Sorry,
Get him out of
YouTube.
here.
I apologize, YouTube.
Get
I'm
him out
sorry.
of here. Who is the mod? Sean Tragedy?
Sean, is Sean? Is Sean? Yeah, Sean. You got to
Sean,
work
get
on this.
him out of here.
Do people want to be mods in the chat? Would somebody actually do that? I don't know if I can give somebody that.
Sean
You should
Tragedy.
pick a mod every week.
What the fuck? We'll think about that mod stuff. Yeah, my whole comment, my whole comment on the situation with The Rock and the Bloodline is,
I love it.
I don't want to say it's like oil and water or whatever. Like, I feel like there's a way it can mix, but Rock's either gonna have to be way less sports entertaining, or the Bloodline's gonna have to amplify more up to his level of entertainment. I don't know. I feel like it don't.
No, Pal gotta go too because she on some bullshit.
Yeah.
The Rock, I haven't seen The Rock serious in who knows how fucking long.
Right.
I don't see it. I don't think that's
He was serious in that movie. What's that movie?
Jumanji.
No. And that was a funny movie. He was.
I thought that was
Skyscraper. He was serious.
I don't.
That's when he had one leg.
That Rampage.
Same Padre. He was serious.
Skyscraper Skyscraper was Die Hard in the Sky. Rampage was the big gorilla movie. It was a video game movie. They basically took the Rampage game and turned. It was San Andreas.
San Andreas.
The video
He was
game?
serious in that.
No, it was the fault line.
Yeah, the fault line in California, and his ex-wife, and his daughter.
What a weird movie.
That was a really good one.
Like his real ex-wife.
No.
I don't know this shit.
I
don't
It's
know.
a movie.
When I see the Rock movies, I'm like, oh, he's white in this one too.
He's white in all of them. Him and J-Lo.
Him and J-Lo.
J-Lo be Italian and a lot.
If they got together, it would be a white man and woman love.
It would be two Italian people.
Rom-com.
It would be. It would be two Italian people.
They're two Italians. Like, damn, he's a big one.
That sounds crazy.
So gabagool. Gabagool.
I can't.
That's ridiculous.
I can't with you.
So The Rock's back.
The Rock
Question
is
mark.
back.
The Rock. Well, I guess all of this could probably change if one of them, like this, if the strike. Actually, it's funny because NBC Universal just removed whatever producer rights situation they have with him, basically paying him money to get the first look at his ideas. They cut that because all the studios are cutting that. But I would imagine if the strikes, well, I mean, they're trying to save money.
Wait, I didn't know he had I didn't know he had such a deal.
He had a deal with NBCU. It's probably how they got Young Rock.
That poll is ridiculous.
You figure Young Rock. What was that? There was that show, the live action competition show.
Oh, that was on NBCU too.
That was on NBC, a Titan something or something like that.
The competition show. That's right.
And then he may even hosted another game show or something. There were a couple of things that he was doing over there. So they have to nobody can develop that shit if somebody, but again, that's why he has time to come out and hit Austin Theory with Austin Theory probably won with this more than anybody.
He did. I think I'll be honest, I am not an Austin Theory fan.
Nobody.
I walked away correct. I walked away except Ken Lewis. I walked away like, wow. That was a trust factor right there. He kind of nailed it. I still don't like him.
But you see what Vince sees him.
No, I don't either.
No.
But it was a really good thing. It was a good little thing.
Yeah. I mean, hey, what the Rock tweeted, it was top 5 top 5 loudest crowd reactions in his career.
Oh wow,
Which is kinda-
that last Miami with him in the New Day wasn't loud. That was loud.
I don't know what else is on the list, but I mean, I guess it's been so whenever the last time whenever him and Eric Rowan, was that the last time he's on WWE TV live
with the Wyatt family.
Yeah,
that was WrestleMania, right?
That was a
that
WrestleMania.
was a WrestleMania.
That couldn't have been the last time.
He's been on TV since.
The Rock?
Yeah.
No, I think that was the last time. The one before that. The one before that was they were in Miami when he was in Miami.
She waved and did a cartwheel for you.
Oh, I love
Nah, so I guess it makes sense that they would have that type of reaction, but
Big Mike.
It also the question really is, shouts to Big Mike.
Shout out to Big Mike.
I guess the question is there any legs on that? What's next? Who mentioned it in the chat? Because I don't know if people saw. Again, it kind of related to the SmackDown USA deal, the WWE's Hulu deal.
That's up to?
That's up to like Monday or Tuesday.
It's
not everything.
These contracts.
Well, I think because Hulu tweeted about, somebody asked about it because apparently, like if you look at the Raw, it's like Raw, NXT, main event.
Oh yeah, that's right.
NXT Level Up. I was searching on it on Hulu earlier. If you look at a lot of those on Hulu, everything but like the last couple of weeks is going to be gone like Monday or Tuesday. And they had archives. Some of them shows they had archives from like last summer. A couple had maybe like a couple of years ago. All that old stuff is going to be gone, and it's going to like Raw. I think it'll be maybe like 4 weeks. SmackDown's not. I think SmackDown may be different because it's a Fox show. It's like SmackDown's different and something else is different. But all that stuff that's on USA, I think they may only have like the next week or a couple of weeks up. It's not going to be like it was anymore. But that may just be like a TV rights issue. Again, SmackDown's going to the USA next October. I think this is kind of just a lot of those deals coming up. So, but yeah, that was that was noticed as well. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Funny how that works. Hulu, can you what the fuck is going on? Shouts to Shelton. Is Rock even still contracted with WWE? I'd assume so.
No.
I couldn't tell you what
I think that nigga show up when he won.
I don't think he has like a Legends deal.
No.
I'd imagine they would have to do some type of contract. But I mean, how much of that is just like a handshake and pay me my regular fee type shit?
That's probably just a handshake.
Yeah. Well, you want me to do this for you? Okay. Hey, Tay.
Hey, Tay.
What's up, Regina?
What's poppin', Miss Regina?
Put her in a goddamn headlock. I'll squeeze that shit for
dear life.
Around with that motherfucker.
We want to say a lot.
Regina knows she a whole asshole.
Dwayne got the Dwayne deal. Show up, get paid.
Yeah.
What's up, Cal?
How much is it?
I think so.
I'm on being on my best behavior.
I respect it. Piece of shit.
Rock has a deal with Endeavor. Is their biggest client.
Is that a fact?
I don't
know. You lie.
I don't know.
She knows she lied.
It's The Rock. I mean, I think it's The Rock, so it don't matter anyway. Like,
no, I don't think it matters. To be honest with you.
He just tells you how much he thinks his 15 minutes is worth, and you.
That's right.
You wire the money.
Facts.
What you gonna do? Not have The Rock on the Bloodline TV show?
Right. So, right.
Am I the only person that got Chris Jericho vibes from The Rock?
What do you mean by Chris Jericho vibes? I like this.
I don't.
So
I do.
You know, normally if you paying attention, so this excludes you. I mean, if you pay attention to AEW, when somebody gets to popping, Sorry, Sean Tragedy. When somebody gets to popping,
yes,
Chris Jericho swoops right on in.
He be right next to him
and starts to chew on the carcass.
So, the carcass sounds crazy.
Rock not having any work. Granted, he's a phenomenal actor.
Phenomenal. That's a tall order.
Granted, he's a phenomenal actor. If you're watching this, Rock, we love you.
We do, but
he swooped smooth in. Said, you know what? They popping on Raw SmackDown. Let me chew on this carcass.
No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Whose carcass was he chewing on, and whose pop was he popping on?
He's chewing. Oh, we just had the conversation saying SmackDown is the highest rated it's been, right?
I'm saying SmackDown's ratings were high. They said that this was the highest it's ever been. However, it's been high on Fox. So you're saying he came in to swoop in on the Tribal Chiefs leftovers? Is that what you're saying? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think the Endeavor deal, all
this news, Mimi.
All this news that came out, I think all of it has something to do with him. I think the deal with NBCU, there might be some ties with that. I think that's opening up a little bit more of an avenue for a lot of the superstars to be on Young Rock. I don't know how the ratings of Young Rock has been. Does anybody know? Chat.
No.
I wonder how the ratings. Let me see.
Rock. There wasn't a writer's strike. Rock.
Young Rock canceled. What?
Huh.
Yeah, they canceled that early this year.
There wasn't Rock. What I'm saying is, he's been having shit to do. Oh, I'm busy. So pardon me, Mimi, because I'm talking to Rock, but I'm trying to get to what I was saying. He's been busy, being the biggest whatever. I'm running the XFL, yada yada yada. I'm too busy to get him to wrestling. He ain't busy no more.
So now he's coming to chew on the carcass.
He's currently not busy. You're right.
He's not busy right now.
He's not busy. But that's the thing. Writers, let's say.
Did they need him, Kyle?
Did who need him?
Did the WWE need The Rock?
No.
Huh.
No. So you mean these two are more alike than we ever thought?
I don't think so.
It's two white men.
They're the Drakes of pro wrestling?
No. Stop it.
All right, Mimi, I'm sorry.
Versace. Medusa head on me like I knew Minati.
No.
I could be wrong. I could be that.
No.
That's how I felt when I saw him.
Versace.
Because if you out here, you out here, you have every chance in the world. No, but Rock, the thing is, you're free. You're free. What are you doing this for?
Let me see what he had in the pipeline.
What are you doing this for? To keep your wave.
Rock said there's a difference between trying to ride your wave and us suddenly have unexpected free time.
Boy, I see all these motherfuckers that let it rock. I'm surprised at y'all.
Versace. Now I think that makes sense because what else would if The Rock? Damn. If there was no strike, would The Rock have been on SmackDown? If the Rock, and I'm not like if The Rock was working on a project, producing a movie, acting a movie, whatever, he may not even be in a position to be near a Pat McAfee show, let alone a SmackDown, to be doing what you calls with Austin Theory. Like, none of this could even happen.
He's got one show, one movie in post-production right now.
What's the movie?
Red One. It's a Christmas film. It's an action.
What's the show?
It's a film. It's an action. Red One is an up-and-coming American action adventure Christmas film.
Rockets and Drake of Wrestling. Versace.
I'm gonna leave this shit alone.
Medusa head on me like I know.
I ain't got nothing else to say. Motherfucker, Torn came in and said, "This irks me." This conversation irks me.
Cena did take the Rock's excuse.
When he ain't there, y'all talking about him. You ain't heard us talk nothing about no damn Rock.
Well, I get he was doing press today. I get that, but
the press for what though?
That's what I'm saying. Is it still XFL season?
No.
Not yet.
Versace. Were they talking about football during the interview?
This nigga popped up with fucking tequila.
Well, he went to the Colorado
Yeah, he was at
the locker room, right?
Him and who else? Who else was there?
It was just it was a bunch of celebrities, but it was just him.
It was a bunch of celebrities. Was there football headlines that came out of it?
Prime time.
No, I'm talking the Rock interview with Pat McAfee. Was there football headlines that came out of it?
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a league owner. I get it, Mr. Gina. I know. I'm asking the question.
Y'all doing the most. This is
because the headline,
lady.
The headline that I saw was Versace.
I'm not saying that The Rock isn't relevant. I'm just trying to understand, and I think it's all about everything that's been happening right now. I think it's about the merger. I think this is all speculation. The merger, the going back to NBCU because of the relationship, because that whole relationship with the executives is all tied in.
Right. But I think Miss Regina, what you said
it's a nice story.
You said what Mav said. He put himself around the biggest sports story of the week. You talking about Coach Prime, Mav talking about TKO.
Eating the carcass.
Medusa hit on me like I knew Manati. This is a gated community. Please get the fuck out the property.
Like corn.
Yeah. I'm just hey. If you can play that card, play the card. If you ain't got nothing to do and you can electrify the world like that, go do it.
Listen, I was getting text messages from friends that don't even watch wrestling talk about Mimi, The Rock is back. I'm like, what? Sitting at dinner in the city.
Nobody watches wrestling.
What are you doing? I said I'm out to dinner with my son and
you don't see The Rock.
You not watching wrestling? The Rock is back, girl.
And you like, oh shit, girl, let me fuck this food. I'm out here.
I was like, wait, let me see.
Wait, Dempsey, you don't think WWE could have scheduled the tape with ESPN? Isn't ESPN? Wasn't there a news story months ago about WWE, ESPN possibly making content again? Isn't ESPN? Isn't UFC the place where you gotta go to ESPN Plus to get UFC pay-per-views, right? I mean, I'm not saying
yes.
I'm not saying it's as connected as I think it's connected, but there's like a very unique ecosystem that all of these people kind of operate in, and it's.
Well, you know what? It was weird because y'all saying like The Rock kicked it off, and then I went to visit Justin this weekend, and on the screen, it was. With Carlton, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. He comes on the screen before the game to give a pep talk. I didn't even know he went to Ole Miss. So it was like a bunch of
He went to Ole Miss?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Alfonso?
Alfonso.
That kind of, I can see that.
Was on a jumbotron. They put him on the jumbotron to give him like a little pep talk. Like, y'all better. I was like, with all of these, like, wow, okay. They played Georgia Tech.
Tay Regina told me I'm reaching, so I'm gonna chill. But
nah, they wow.
They told me I'm reaching.
Sensitive today.
I'm a chill.
It's all subjective. Everything is subjective. So it's
they
like,
all said
for
they're
me,
sensitive today.
I was just like,
I'm a chill.
I didn't think about whether or not like why he was there. I didn't think anything of it until today. Like I started piecing everything together. Like, oh, deals and this and that. Okay, this makes sense. And then I saw the clip, of him in the locker room. I was like, oh, okay. Why wouldn't he be at Miami? That's what I was thinking. I mean, because that's where he went. So
from what I was told last week, they said that Pat McAfee and The Rock is like really good friends. That's why he was on the show. Again, that's what I heard. I'm just going based on what people told me.
Even if he was good friends, like regardless, like
I wasn't just talking to you, Twan.
He could have been on the show, but I didn't understand when I saw the clip of him in the locker room. I didn't understand that because he went to Miami. Shouldn't you be in Miami?
Hey, no, it's
give them a whole locker room.
Mimi,
chomping at the carcass.
I'm reaching. It was a perfect storm. All the stars aligned
to eat off of that carcass.
On the week of TKO, all the stars aligned in Denver.
I have another.
Guess who won? And guess who won?
We did.
Austin Theory.
Yes, he did.
Austin Theory.
We all won.
Did win. We all won.
Win?
We all won. Yeah, I walked away. I watched that segment 3 days later, and I felt alive. Like, wow, Kelly,
shouts out to Kelly
girl.
Pierce. Shouts out to Kelly Pierce.
Shout out to y'all for causing all this goddamn drama. I don't give a fuck how close Boulder is to Denver.
Drama?
Pay us for this. Pay us for this.
Pay us for this
misery that you putting us through.
Pay us for this is funny.
For this stress,
motherfucker.
Where was Drake? What you mean? What you mean? We saw Drake on Friday. It's right there. Versace. That's him right there. Him and what's the producer? What's the one producer? Murder Beats.
40.
Murder Beats. Is that 40? That's
I don't know.
Murder Beats. Holla at me. That was who that was. Versace.
I don't know. That's the remake.
She slowed it down. She was playing it back. She put her thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. That's what. All right, we didn't talk the whole show's worth of show before the show, so we might as well. Jesus Christ! Let's get to the show.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Peeps. The only thing Shannon Sharp not being brought up is because Shannon Sharp didn't then show up at the SmackDowns to give Austin Theories a People's L. If Shannon Sharp was in the ring where The Rock was, I would say, oh shit, they about to set up Shannon Sharp for the WrestleMania match, maybe with Roman Reigns.
What?
I'm just saying. These are different. These are different situations.
I'd like to see that shit.
I would. I love it.
Shut up, peeps. We don't want to hear that shit.
Smoke a black and mild on the way to the ring.
The whole chat on some bullshit tonight.
I don't watch college football. I got into college football this weekend
because of Rocky Johnson.
No, because I was at the game. Exciting.
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't because of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It was not. So I don't watch College Day. I don't watch none of that stuff. So I'm looking at it from a casual fan. So
I thought they was trying. I thought they was trying to make pro wrestling fans football fans. My fault. Anyway, based off the chat, I don't know. Everything
let's just move along.
The stars align. The stars align. Hit the dislike if you need to. Welcome back to BRP.
Sean Tragedy, you better not hit the dislike.
We ain't get to AEW yet. If you've been rocking with us for 55 some odd minutes, God is still clearly working on us. As always, it's your boy Cal, your current reigning, defending, disputed BRP predictions champion. But you know what you could call me. What can you call me? Mimi, say it. You don't want to say it? You don't want to say it? No?
I hate this nigga.
I hate him so much.
I really hate this nigga.
Squad is on the line. Mimi, please say what's good to the people.
What's good to the people?
If you're gonna hit the thumbs down at any time during the show, cut Mimi Mike.
It's a damn shame. Damn, cut Mimi Mike is crazy.
Oh, Cal.
I'm sorry. What's popping?
Fuck a role model. I need therapy.
Oh shit.
7 nights out the week, jump on my sleep, sweating heavily.
Goddamn.
It's Dame time.
Dame time.
Lies, rumors, money, and hoes. It's the world that we're attached to, the world that we know. It's influential, never stable in the mental, but clever. Spitting that same shit niggas is into. I bleed for the fam if I have to. Think rational. Love my lady MCs, money, and fast food. Cal.
Here.
In my world, police recognize fame, know a nigga by the walk or how you saying his name. At Math Damon.
That's facts. All facts. It's all facts.
Damon.
Mimi Vanilli is crazy.
Where Regina at?
Where's Regina?
Damon.
I bet Regina pops in during the intro. She say y'all not talking about wrestling.
And then leaves.
Talk trash because it's football and then
y'all not
leaves.
talking about wrestling, are you? We're not talking about wrestling. And then leave because we ain't talking about wrestling.
The one wrestling podcast that you don't want to follow actually you should follow for the wrestling content. Actually, so I guess early, if you didn't stick around for the cold open, we've already discussed the SmackDown, USA, Hulu, rock of it all. The next piece of pro wrestling related news that hit today, the day recorded Thursday, was a whole new batch of layoffs. I guess there have been the one piece of news that I think there was a comment on our IG last week, in talking about the merger, because the one footnote was like there probably will be some type of layoff situation. There was no word on what sectors or who would get hit, but the thought was that they would be trying to clean house at some point. It's kind of what it is. But we'll just go through the names of people that they released today. I think it was Mustafa Ali who tweeted about it. He may have been the first one, and then Emma, and then like the word just hit. It was Rick Boogs, Aaliyah, Elias, Top Dolla, Riddick Moss, Shelton Benjamin, and Dolph Ziggler, which I think
is a shock.
Dolph was probably the biggest shock for a lot of people. Later on in the afternoon, there were a number of more NXT and WWE main roster releases, including Quincy Elliott, Yulissa Leon, Dana Brooke, Dabba-Kato, Bryson Montana, Shanky, Mace, and Mansoor. They all got laid off today. So, piece of them on their future endeavors. It's kind of crazy because Mimi, we were talking about this offline, and you mentioned it's kind of like we've not gone through a release situation like this in a minute. Has it been like a full year?
I feel like it's been longer than a year. I feel like it's almost like a year and a half to 2 years where it's been silent. I think they've been silently letting people go, but not in droves like this. This is the first, like, I feel like right before the pandemic is when we saw some of this stuff happen in the way it happened.
Those big numbers, those big blocks of people.
Yeah, that was disgusting then.
Yeah.
This is bad, but that shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
Right.
What, you're saying, Mimi, you think they were releasing wrestlers or
I think they did both because they don't voice out everybody else. I think a couple of executives last week got let go that were announced like out there. So for sure employees were probably the week before, and now it's these guys, you know what I mean? And I've just never seen it like this, to the point where it was coming in like, it was like a rolling.
So,
8 in the morning, and you think, okay, that's it, and then more comes, and then more comes. And I have to say, like, being in that type of environment, not knowing when the bleeding has stopped is the worst feeling ever.
I was gonna say, wait, Sean Tragedy said another wrestler got released 4 minutes ago.
Who
got released? I didn't see. We've been podding.
So
that's the part that makes it really, really bad, because you don't know when it's done. Like you're just like, okay, and even as an employee, like you're just like, okay, you go to sleep and you're like, okay, you come back in and you think your stuff is still on, and you're like, good, okay, great. Yeah. No, you got to wait till a certain time again.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. And that feeling is like it's the worst. No matter how strong you are, it is the absolute worst feeling, not knowing that you don't have control of your fate, especially when it's your livelihood.
Facts.
What's the
Alexis Gray got released as well.
Who's that?
Performer. She was in. I want to say she was part of Chase U in NXT. Black woman.
You're talking about.
I don't think she was a former sprinter who represented the Bahamas national team, but never made an in-ring debut.
So somebody school me as
Brooklyn
I'm absolutely clueless on WWE saying that they had this large or this record-breaking year, if I'm not mistaken, and then you fire all these employees right after that.
That's what it is.
Well, you have to also consider the fact that it's a merger, so there's going to be a lot of overlap. Sometimes it doesn't happen this quickly when it comes to mergers, right? But we've been hearing about this for a very long time. So it could be a situation where they worked out where they have to calibrate the dupes that they have. HR is always the first thing to be looked at. Then it's, all the functions that don't produce are always the first ones that they look at.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm just really surprised that it came this early.
I mean,
in my opinion, I kind of felt like it was 2 different companies. Well, usually it takes like 3 months.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. There were times where there were situations at Complex where they'd be like, all right, there may be like firings, like, all right, everybody's good, or nobody. It's not going to be anything that happens in like 6 months down the road.
Right.
Bing, 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 bing. Every Friday.
You gotta merge systems and figure out which one is the best one to use. Like there's continuous, improvement things that need to happen, and then trying to figure out where's this and where's that. So it feels calculated. I feel like this felt calculated. I felt like they did it
knew
differently. Yeah, and
they
I
knew.
think that I personally felt like the companies are two different companies. So those supporting functions would have only been those types of functions that it would have hit, but maybe not, right? Because this company operates a little bit differently than that company. You know what I mean? So it kind of felt like, well, I personally felt like they weren't going to have that many layoffs. And to see and hear, I'm like, oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. No,
I don't
shit is
know.
rough. It again, I think it is part of a regular business operation, which is what a lot of shouts to chat. A lot of people in chat are commenting on that.
Yeah.
I think the speed of it is definitely shocking.
It was a week ago. Was it a week ago? It was a week ago.
It was last week. Mustafa Ali, I feel like there's probably a lot of untapped potential. I don't know if they really got a real return on the investment. And something tells me if dare I say a New Japan or somebody who can really take the time and help him shine, that's going to be a good one for somebody. I'm not surprised that they let Shelton Benjamin go. It sucks because he could still do it. You could put a title on this man right now and he'll still hold that shit like a proud king would. But he been around for a minute. It's been a minute.
I was surprised by Shelton Benjamin as well.
Top Dollar just returned.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to say it was him and Emma. They said it had just returned last year, but I think with a lot of people, even with like a Dolph Ziggler, I don't know. There's hands that are really good on the card, but I don't know if, and this could be their booking or what. It don't seem like they were properly utilizing all of that.
Right.
So what happens to the rest of what's his name? With Top Dollar going?
Hit Row?
Yeah.
I didn't see that B or
I don't want to put the hoodoo on him.
No, but I was expecting to hear, when you see his name, you would have figured they would have, but who knows? That's why I was wondering when Mimi said it before while I was thinking it. We don't know if this is done. They haven't announced
everything.
They haven't said we're done. They haven't said anything publicly. So at least until we have it's been a couple days or something, but it feels like everything is raw.
Yeah.
And it don't feel like it's been completed. But and Kelly Pearson does have a point. I mean, they were trying to put Dana Brooke back on TV on NXT, but like
NXT was giving her a rough time, G.
They wanted nothing to do with her.
You've not heard Quincy's name in a minute. You ain't heard Quincy's name since there was that talk of him DMing with the fans and chatting.
Yeah.
Elias.
Wait, what happened with Quincy?
Quincy?
Yeah.
Quincy got caught with a not a finster, but a fitter.
Yeah. And Quincy had a fitter and a whole groupie chat.
Yeah.
And was in there talking spicy about other pro wrestlers and screenshots started coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
And ever since then you ain't seen Quincy on TV in a minute.
Yeah, you ain't seen
him.
You ain't seen. I don't know if I could play the clip
one
on
joint. I seen him with like one joint after that. And that
I ain't seen Quincy on NXT ever since Booker T said, "Oh my God, what is this?"
He was on main event. All right, Rock.
He was on main event. That's interesting. Not that I watched main event.
I know I seen him. I seen him one time, legit one time after that, and I don't recall where it was. I guess it was main event. Really? Who Dempsey?
Dempsey said a lot of those wrestlers were also coming back from injuries. To be honest, when you don't see like Rick Boogs, I don't remember the last time I saw him wrestle. I feel like Shelton may have been out. I see. Dabba Kato just came back though.
Man, that motherfucker's been in purgatory for a long time.
What?
Dabba Kato shot by somebody the other day on NXT.
Ooh. Wait. Is Daba the same guy as General Aziz?
Yeah. Yeah, when the last time you seen him? He was on NXT for a few, but
He was?
Yeah, he was on NXT recently. Matter of fact, he fought what's a fucking Tyreek Evans
Shanky?
and shit. No, not Shanky. He fought the little motherfucker. I can't remember these niggas' names no more. I'm old. What the fuck? The little nigga with the bald head. Shelton Benjamin Jr.
He got beat by somebody on NXT. Who was it? Dabba Kato. They didn't work him right though. They were all wrong.
The majority of these motherfuckers is gone.
Matches. Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate beat Dabba Kato on NXT.
Apollo.
Like 2
Beat?
weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Beat
Wait,
him.
what?
Like picked him up and slammed him.
No, he didn't. That man is big.
Yeah, he got beat like 2 weeks ago.
That was such conviction.
She don't believe me. Earlier today, she said, "How old is Rupert Murdoch?"
I did not
Rupert
believe
Murdoch is 100.
I said 92. She said, "No, he isn't."
Easy 100.
I said,
Or
"Let
is
me
he?
know."
Easy.
And I didn't even finish typing how old is Rupert Murdoch. I didn't even press the click. It said, comma, 92. I was like, oh.
Been around. This nigga's been around since the 1900s.
Since Kingdom Come.
Oh, bitch.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that don't look like the strangest, wow, that was a sign that he was not going to be around.
That was, well, shit. It was many a sign. He
I
wasn't
hate
going
to
be
say
around.
it.
His name was Bobby Tunde.
What?
He ain't going to be around long. Bobby Tunde.
His name was Bobby.
Dabba Kato.
This is terrible.
Cal over there. Somebody playing Mortal Kombat in that motherfucker. Niggas is suplexing Cal connection. Oh, Jesus Christ. Poof.
Rock, you right. He may be called Big Strong Boy, but that's Dabba Kato.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap though. Whatever.
Hmm.
Hopefully everybody does well, can go somewhere if they can.
I don't want to see Shelton Benjamin in AEW.
Yep.
You may.
Nah, I don't. And I'm not saying that. I just don't want to see somebody that's, you know what I mean, with that stature and over there after he did so much over here.
Right.
Because it's nothing. He's not going to be on TV there.
But y'all don't think, like, I guess the other question is who do y'all think lands somewhere sooner? Mustafa Ali? He could probably run in AEW tomorrow if you wanted him to.
Yeah, he fits in. He fits in well. I guess him, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's brother is over there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and what's Nemeth? I can't think of his name.
Nemeth.
Lemon Nemeth.
Yeah.
Dolph?
Yeah.
Dolph's brother's over there.
Yeah, Dolph's brother is there.
Dolph's brother was having issues with CM Punk, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth.
Shout out to Cuz.
Facts, of course.
I don't know anybody else, dog.
Do they all have 90-day non-competes? I didn't see that part. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I feel
I
like
wouldn't be
that's
surprised either. I'm assuming all of them got 90 days. But he talking.
yeah.
Days.
I'm saying when they're ready, when they're
Yeah,
able
when
to
they can
wrestle.
go.
I'm not saying tomorrow. Plus, AEW ain't got shit going on for a minute. No. Well, I guess. Well, they already building towards Wrestle Dream. You would have to be getting people debuting at a Full Gear or something like that if you're really trying to do that. And I'm assuming, maybe not. Yeah, it may not be enough time for Full Gear.
What's that? October.
Full Gear is usually November. Oh, yeah, that was a trip. So Emma on her Twitter timeline, earlier today, WWE again in the stream of stuff that they announced on this Thursday, they announced that in February they're bringing the Elimination Chamber to Perth, Australia, February 24th, 2024. I think tickets are pre-sale, link is already up and all that. Emma tweets or quote tweets, it's like, oh yeah, a dream come true. An hour later, she tweets out,
Oops,
oh, never mind. I just got let go.
That shit is crazy.
That's
Oh my god.
That shit's ass, man.
Where was she on Main Event as well? Like, where was she at?
I know she was with whoever the built nigga was. Not son that came out with the guitar, the other nigga.
Riddick Moss, right?
She was with Riddick Moss.
Nigga, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's Madcap Moss. She was Rick Boogs.
Madcap.
I'm thinking you talking about Vin Diesel when you say Riddick.
They haven't used her like they had nothing for her, is what Kelly said.
Nah, they bought her back for that one match against, I think it was Ronda Rousey.
That's right.
And that was that.
Rock is saying that if you were NXT exclusive, it's a 30-day non-complete. So what would that mean for Dana Brooke?
Yeah, she's on both, right?
They'd probably give her the 30.
She's been on NXT. She's been on NXT damn near since WrestleMania almost.
I thought it was longer than that, to be honest with you.
She's been hardcore on NXT for months.
Yeah, that's just trash.
At least throughout the summer. And they're saying Riddick and Emma are engaged IRL. They're planning a wedding, I believe, Chad said earlier. And they both got let go.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. But it's business. Business is business.
Shit is ass.
I guess we'll we got to move on to other stuff, but we'll keep you posted.
Other shit.
Is other shit. We'll keep you posted on more if there's any more WWE releases from over the next week. What else? We did releases, SmackDown, Rock, Roman Reigns. Damn, we actually ran through it. Matt, did you watch Grand Slam?
Nah. I'm be honest, I was worn out. Fucking week killed me.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, week killed me. And then when I looked at the card at the beginning of the week, and I ain't seen none of my people on there.
Yeah, I will say
wasn't no black people on that motherfucker.
There wasn't
none available, nigga.
Yeah, I don't think there were any black people on that show.
Zero. Yeah, Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston won. So Eddie Kingston finally talk about finishing the story. Eddie Kingston finished the story. He put out Claudio in amazing fashion. Won. He's currently now the Ring of Honor and a New Japan open weight champion.
I keep calling him strong, but yeah,
I may be wrong, but he's holding two titles, and we can have a conversation about. Yeah, he's the New Japan strong open weight champion. Yeah. That's the official title. They even changed his Yamin on the site and everything. There was another title change as well on that show.
There was another title change.
I believe there were two title changes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a second title change.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
The Crimson Guard.
John Moxley lost the AEW International Championship to Rey Fenix, but that was a whole situation. Word on, because if you watch the match, I watched it back earlier.
Yeah.
The match was fine. It was a regular John Moxley, Lucha Bros. They was going crazy, hitting high spots, throwing each other around. And Rey Fenix hit him with that driver, whatever that one driver is, where he's got his head kind of tucked. It's like it's kind of like a seated tombstone almost.
Yeah.
He had, now mind you, he did the move again. He holds Moxley on the back, towards like the bottom of his neck as he's going into the seated position. It didn't look like there was a lot of impact, but I guess Moxley's head hit the ring enough.
The first time
to where he was out. Like, he was laid down. Rey starts counting them, and the ref, I forget who was, he was like 1, 2, and he wasn't supposed to count to 3. He's like checking for the shoulder on commentary. They don't know what they say. They were like, I think he twitched or something like that. They tried to hide it. Vaughn's right. It was like Owen. It wasn't as severe as Owen Stone Cold, but it was a similar type of move because you could Steve Austin shit bounced.
Yeah.
But so I think I saw John Moxley yell like, "Count it."
He was talking to him.
He said, "Count it." But then what happened? Rey picked him up
and did it again.
Put him in the shit again.
Did it again.
And then they counted to 3. I was shocked. That the fact that they did the same move again because they immediately were saying, like, you could see there were medical people were in the ring as Rey was celebrating and everything. They were talking about he may have had a concussion. I don't know what the
concussion.
Yeah, I that's what I was hearing. Last was that it was concussion.
It was before the driver, Sean tragedy.
I would see Sean. I was trying to figure it out because when I was watching the match earlier today, there was a spot early in the match where Rey did a dive and hit Moxley, and they were both laid out. As a matter of fact, I think he came off the ring apron, and they were both laid on the ground. And Rey came up to like squeeze Moxley's hand and be like, do like the sign of y'all good. And you could see like Moxley. They even mentioned on commentary, Moxley looked a little stunned. But this was early in the match, and then they did like a whole 10 minutes or whatever, however long the match was.
Didn't they just have an article about him? What the fuck was it? They said he just had an article about him having something. I don't know if it was dementia or some shit. I can't remember what it was. Dementia. It was something. Like, don't
quote him on that.
Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote
Moxley?
Me.
Yes, it was something just talking about Moxley and him having to like his body having to warm up to some shit. I can't remember what severe arthritis. That's what it was. I was close.
Yo, let me tell you something right now, okay? I'm gonna need you to really think about your words.
I was close to hilarious. Now I was close to hilarious.
That's a different stratosphere, my friends. Bones and brains are 2 different things.
I was close, goddamn it.
And
didn't I say don't? I said don't quote me.
No, don't even use it.
Just like Work said, do not take medical advice from this podcast. Please do not. Do not do anything BRP. Please consult your doctor. Something.
I was close. Shit was close.
No, it wasn't.
Severe arthritis. Shit, you can get both of them from a bottle.
Oh my god, I can't. I was like, wait, what? I almost believed it because of the shit that he does, right?
Same thing.
Work, they could take some advice from us.
What I'm saying is, like, dog,
right.
I'm not surprised at none of this shit.
We were just talking about this
last week.
We were just talking about this. When I saw that he got injured, I literally said we was just talking about the trajectory of his career and where he is right now.
This is like, yo, dog, this is And I hate to say it, like the kind of matches that he has.
Because the thing is after a while, he's kind of you're just open for everything again. And if he got a concussion earlier in the match, because I saw him get Ray hit him with that dive, and he looked like he was a little stunned.
It's so gross.
Nah, it's funny.
Like that. Stop looking like
funny.
that, man. You look
Anything
like a
is
creep.
better than Dr. Love is crazy. Piece of King Trady. Shouts to King Trady. Piece of We Love Wrestling on Instagrams and all the social medias.
I can't.
This all resulted in Ray Phoenix getting that damn title. I guess this just means that he'll hold on to it until Moxley's ready to take it back. Moxley was supposed to win.
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, because I was assuming that it was Orange Cassidy. It was somewhere. It was another Orange Cassidy match somewhere.
Maybe
he was the person that lost to Moxley. So now what do?
Well, because they were already, because Wrestle Dream is coming up October 1st, and there may be 4 matches. I think.
Week?
Yeah, next Sunday. They were already like 4 or 5 matches deep. They announced on Dynamite. That's where it's going to be Paige and Swerve. That's where Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be. I think FTR, whoever's the ROH Tag Champions versus Aussie Open. It's a couple of matches they got scheduled for that card already. But they're booking everything. Like Tony Khan has actually got the pencil out trying to fill in the slots on all the different shows. Saraya won, but I kind of hope that this shit with Tony Storm is done, only because I think the Tony Storm stuff is way more interesting than the storyline.
You said that was a good match.
It was cool.
Okay.
It had its moments. Shit, that pile driver looked a little rough.
Who took the pile drive?
Saraya.
I'm sorry.
Her neck was a. There were multiple moments in the match where
they were after the Moxley match.
Yeah.
Nah.
Don't quote me on that, but let me confirm. AEW Grand Slam.
You mean to tell me
card,
a nigga took a pile driver after that?
She definitely took that little pile driver. Let's see, it's Christian.
She took a pile.
It was a match right after it. It was a match right after it.
Not even that. Not even that. The injury she came back from.
That was the whole story of the match too. She was beating on her neck. The one thing that they were trying to build to Tony Storm, she likes taking the turnbuckle off, and she took the bottom one off one of the corners, and she had Saraya like sitting up, and her neck was like cricked up against it, and she was going to do that running booty shit and hit her up on her head and up on her neck and shit. That was the whole match, was Saraya neck. After they had to throw up the X, because I'm not trying. This is not where I was trying to go with this conversation, but it's what happened.
Don't dumb this down.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I'm literally just telling you what happened on the show.
Being objective.
It's just explaining what happened on the show. And then obviously MJF. Well, no, that was the other thing. So during the main event with Samoa Joe and MJF, which was a solid main event actually for a Grand Slam TV in New York situation. Solid main event. The story was what it's always been, that Adam F is too busy with Roderick Strong, because Roderick Strong's making him too busy to be around MJF. So Adam Cole was supposed to be ringside, but because he was with his boy Roddy, he wasn't until the very end. Very, very end of the match, Adam Cole started running down the ramp. And he jumped off the ramp on the side because he has to go to the other side of the ring, because that's where Moxley's in like a headlock situation with Samoa Joe.
MJF. MJF.
I'm sorry, MJF. MJF's in a headlock situation with Samoa Joe.
This
Uh-huh.
nigga-
Adam Cole, it's too much going on. Adam Cole jumps off the ramp, and when he lands, he gets back up and is immediately limping. It's not enough. It's not bad enough to where because he's still like he's damn near like a sprint because he has to run around the rest of the ring. But he gets in position, but you can see he limping the whole time. He got to stand up on the ring apron. He's all fucked up. He had to go to the hospital. I saw one report say he was on crutches.
Yeah, Air Jordans on.
Did he have Jordans on?
The bitches ain't no hoop shoes.
I didn't see
Probably
if he had
mid.
Jordans on.
Probably mids.
He may even have some Air Max. I'm not sure. He may have had some mids on. It was probably some Jordan 1 mids, honestly. I do not remember. The Misinformation Podcast is crazy. I cleaned it up.
We're blocking him.
To be honest, Antoine, anytime we've given misinformation tonight, we cleaned it right up.
Yeah, we're blocking you.
I said Mox. I said no, MJF. It's right there.
Oh, he's gone.
You gotta listen to the whole show.
Last show for you, Twan.
That was 3. I mean, I guess those are semi-major injuries.
Oh, MJF did get the victory.
MJF won. And this is kind of where we kind of transition out because I'm noticing. Do we care? Actually, chat. Do y'all care about Rampage spoilers? Do y'all care about Rampage spoilers? Because there's one
Rampage.
Well, no, I'm talking about for this Friday. I read the report.
No,
Kelly Pierce is saying
right.
So
Kelly said no. It was
I'm gonna try and dance around some stuff while
spoil it, goddamn it.
So
spoil it, goddamn it, is crazy. Rattler Steve said, "Nah, he don't care."
Currently,
said, Jade ain't there.
Not since Jade left is crazy. Vaughn did give a spoiler about Jade last week, and we did get on him. So
with no announcement, like you got to put up the.
Well, that's the thing. You should at least say, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Up.
Nobody watches Rampage in here. Is crazy.
Shout out to Ken Lewis. You a piece of shit.
Rampage, we have some nice matches on. I ain't gonna hold you. No, so
that's really
currently
that's really me commenting.
Currently, MJF and Adam Cole are the ROH World Tag Team Champions. Eddie Kingston just won the world title. There's a trios match in the main event of Rampage this Friday. Mogul Assembly defending the trios titles against is it Adam Page? It's against I believe it's the Bucks and Adam Page, or one of them. Bucks and Adam Page, Bucks and Kenny Omega. One of them trio factions is facing them in the main event of Rampage on Friday. There's a lot of title stuff going on in ROH right now. On the flip side, another piece of information that hit recently was that Max is looking to, they're possibly going to be adding a sports tier, is I believe what the headline was.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, there was also talk that Warner Brothers Discovery would love to have AEW having.
Who said that? What? I need you to stop it.
It said Warner Brothers Discovery. That was the report. They said they would love to have
report.
The same place I got everything else, internet. They said that they would love them to do one pay-per-view a month.
Right now.
That's
why Twan talk about what he talking.
Yo, if a nigga if they don't put on Winning Time and I see AEW on
it's
there,
gonna be AEW. It may be Ring of Honor.
I'm a burn the internet.
I'm walking.
I think
walking up the Max.
I think it may be Ring of Honor.
God damn it.
I think what's going on right now is I think Tony Khan is purposefully putting these Ring of Honor titles on people that are already established, whether it's a fan favorite like Eddie Kingston, the Elite, MJF, whoever the case may be.
Wait, so
the talk when Tony Khan first bought Ring of Honor, the question was, are we going to be getting Ring of Honor television? I think we may be getting Ring of Honor television. We're going to be getting some type of Tony Khan booked pro wrestling on that sports tier on HBO Max. I'm sorry, on Max, the streaming service.
Wait, so they cancel? You mean to tell me they cancel winning time to put ROH in the spot?
I think they
I
can't.
don't like this.
Help
They
me
can't-
understand.
I
Yeah,
think I don't know what the ratings were on winning time. I'd have to check and see.
they wasn't winning.
I don't know if they
Not
let me
this
check.
time.
It wasn't winning time.
I don't know. I don't know if they was winning like they was this last time. They might have won some more last time. Let me check the ratings though.
I hate this shit.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, they definitely wasn't winning.
No.
How?
they-
They had 7 episodes too. Their first episode did a 0.25 million viewers. This one didn't even do a 0.2.
Them niggas doing our numbers.
Facts. They didn't do their best number was the last week.
Mm.
And they was hitting that mid-season last year, and they was up. Yeah, they never broke what they hit with their finale
It was
last year.
beautiful. Winning time was. I'm
What
sorry,
you want me
Cal,
to
let's
do?
back to ROH.
No, it's fine. But I mean,
me and Mimi want to hear the good shit. Like, winning time, nigga.
what's the good shit?
Ain't nothing.
I'm about to say, like, if you want to hear good shit, you better put on some. Go back to a time when they first announced that Winning Time was going to be on TV. See what
It's like, what happened? I'm confused.
can't want more of something nobody watches. What
Everybody in this chat watched that motherfucker.
There's a lot of people I know that watched that were pissed off. I don't know how small that number is in the
Cal,
grand scheme of
call
things.
Complex. Call the desk.
Get them on the line right now.
Get the
You want me
desk on the phone and see what we could do.
If I call Nadeska, that's an Apple Music call.
Call the desk so she could get it on Apple TV.
I don't know if I.
You know Ebro?
Do I know? No. According to the Fed, I am Ebro.
Regina.
According to the
Call
Fed,
Ebro.
I am Ebro. Let's say what?
God damn.
Bring back Winning Time. He probably pissed too. I don't know what to tell you. We'll see. Again, it King Trady and everybody else in the chat telling me that I'm crazy, but there's a lot of movement going on with the ROH and what's going on over there. But I guess you could be happy this Saturday. Bryan Danielson, Ricky Starks, Texas Death Match on AEW Collision. Does he lose that match? Damn. Has there been any more word on Jade Cargill? I saw the only thing I saw was AEW officially removed her from their roster page.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Jade Cargill shows up in WWE after today,
What if she's on tomorrow?
Nigga, it ain't gonna look good.
it's going
It
yo
ain't gonna look good for her.
no not
Not at all.
nah.
Nah.
In terms of what?
What you
ring?
mean? What you mean?
In terms of what? What's it gonna look like?
Man,
Bro.
check this shit out. Check this shit out.
If she
Yeah.
shows up, it's a wrap. This steps into the ring on SmackDown.
Cab. I'm gonna say this.
It's too soon.
If you was wrestling at NXT, WWE, well, if we were both there and you get released and they bring in this new wave of motherfuckers that I know took your salary to get this motherfucker in here or whatever. It just so happens when all these niggas done got sliced, these people coming in, somebody getting potatoed.
Right.
I will be fighting
Potatoed, all of it.
Tomato.
I don't know if I'm throwing tomatoes at that one, but yeah, that's what that was the other.
No, it's not intentional. It's
it would
like
be.
really, this is what we doing.
You don't think
It's
it'd be
what we're
intentional? Because there was reports. Those reports were out there saying that. How did they word it?
That they was letting people go to
No.
air?
No, in terms of her money, they said she wasn't making Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch money, but she was making significantly more than an NXT wrestler. That was the range that they put it in.
I would understand that. I understand that piece.
No, but it ties in though, because she would, if you're at NXT and you're making $20, and this person walks in greener than the grass, making $1.50, somebody might throw a tomato.
You getting potato off the rip.
I don't know if that's who. I don't know if that's who. I'm throwing a tomato at this one.
Cal.
This was 4 years ago.
Not a tomato, a potato.
You have to throw a something
These
a little stronger.
These my just like yo. This is my nigga. We've been up and down road for years.
Right.
Years.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna like? I know my. It's possible my payback coming.
Right.
I know I'm gonna get reprimanded.
Oh no, yeah, she hear you. Your payback is look. You throwing a tomato at this?
But for my nigga,
at this?
Serious? Cal, are you serious?
At this?
I don't care who it is. It's a lovely. Like. I don't care who it is.
Right.
Miss Cargill. I'm not throwing no tomatoes. I want to see you prosper. And if they couldn't get to her level quicker, that's not her fault.
It's not. It's not her fault that they're gone.
It's not at all.
I'm still gonna give you one of these.
That's crazy.
Are you serious? I'm rethinking our friendship, nigga.
But how can I get mad at her?
What you mean?
Mad at everybody.
How can I be mad at her because it just so happened that she got into the building with some of my money around the time that they was kicking me out the building? That's kind of how the game goes, isn't it?
No, don't make it right. Don't make
no,
it right.
No. Wait.
I'm possibly out of here because.
No. I'm not saying it's right, but that this is the environment that we're in. Again, there's a lot of stuff we ain't even talking about right now, but there's a lot of people right now who are learning about the environment that they're in. Shit is real.
Exactly.
Exactly. Live rounds.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
Old nigga rules. It's old nigga rules.
King Cargill is crazy.
What motherfuckers was pardon me, shout out to my cousin. When my cousin always talks, he like, yo, you sitting here with these old ass rules. You abiding by these old rules that niggas don't abide by no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's your fault that you don't abide by these rules no more. The rules that I came up on is when my niggas is gone, the nigga that took their place, that's not my people. So what's gonna happen is for retribution for my man getting put out, I'm gonna have to put these hands on you for a second. Right. That's just how I go.
I hope one of these people. I'm
not saying it's right. That's just
no. And trust me, I'm not even trying to argue right or wrong in that situation.
Right. It's right.
There's some battles that are kind of you may want to chill for just to save up your strength for another day. Because that's not even on what she looked like or who that is. That's not your enemy.
You're right.
You're right.
And you don't want to make her your enemy.
But
I don't care if she's my enemy because you took from my plate. You took from my people's plate.
Nah, she took her plate.
Greener than a Granny Smith. She took Granny Smith.
She took.
So I'm gonna be pissed.
That's not her fault. She took.
It's not her fault. She gonna act it. She gonna get it.
They said, "Oh, you done eating over there? You could come eat over here."
They did.
Wait.
They did. That she ain't got nothing to do with what they doing to these people over there.
She does because she's coming. She's coming, and she's coming, and
make yourself hotter then.
And my niggas is going.
No, for real. If you're pissed, look. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. If another podcast stepped in tomorrow and started eating our food,
I would eat off our plate all the time.
I would no, but we good right now because we got more than enough to keep us satiated. What I'm saying though is if they eat our food to the point where we can't eat, I got to look at myself and figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. Because no matter what they're doing, they're still eating. Clearly, this person is going to eat. There's a reason that they're there. They're not your enemy.
It doesn't necessarily mean that we're doing something wrong. That doesn't. If somebody comes in and eats off our plate, that doesn't mean that we're doing something wrong.
Yes, Rock. Yes, Rock, you are correct. And yes, Mimi is correct.
Come on, what? Ken Lou, break it down. Come,
go
what?
Up. Go up, Ken.
That's right.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on here. Because they're not in the street. They're in a corporate America. And guess where we are? We podding on a Thursday night. We didn't go up to Stanford early this week. I'm saying it's a different world.
But when I walk in there,
you got a certain mentality.
That still rolls with me.
Who's got that? Right. Who do you think's got that mentality in there realistically? Do we think there's going to be some animosity towards Jade Cargill because she happened to start when a lot of people got booted?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think it's nobody in there that's going potato.
I would potato. No, let me ask another question. Is people really think it's a 1-to-1?
What you mean 1-to-1? What does that mean?
Like 20 people getting bounced out the week that Jade Cargill come in is equivalent? Like, is the thought that they're literally taking these people, like the money that they would be using to fund these people is getting funneled to this one person?
No, but that's how it's
taken. Look at it. Which is crazy considering that, again, it was how many billions was that deal last week?
I ain't say it was right. This is just
right. Here's a situation.
It's the mentality. I get it.
Here's a situation. When you want to put money on your books, instant money, you get rid of headcount. That's the easiest way for you to put cash on your books, right? Mm-hmm. How many people that they let go at this point? They let go about 15, 20 something, 15 to 20. That's a lot of money to put back on your books.
Right.
And so if you're another thing is, if you're letting people go and hiring, that looks crazy. It looks nuts. So regardless of what industry we're in, how things go, it is what it is. It's still going to ignite like anger and frustration, especially people that have families. I'm not saying that it's Jade's fault. I'm not saying whatever it is, but let's keep it real. There's intention in everything that people do. You want to release. She is the hottest thing over there. She's got a look. She's very UFC.
Yeah.
She's the look and the like all of it. It's there. It's star-studded.
Complete package.
These two companies are about star-studded. When you go to their events, it's a star-studded event.
Facts.
Period. And she looks like money.
Facts.
So we want to bring her in. We want to bring her in because before, when we looked at her, she didn't really have nothing, she didn't have like a following or whatever. Now she's got a following. And now we can make her bigger.
Correct.
So, by the way, we're a little bloated. Let's get rid of this. It might not even be even for that, but it's intent. That's the point. The point that it's intentional.
But is y'all putting the intent on it though?
No, there's intent in everything. There's intent in everything. They want money on the books, so they gotta let people go.
Let me ask you a question. If this Jade Cargill situation hadn't happened and all these people got let go, who would people be targeting? with the money? Would people be looking at The Rock and say, "Oh, they have to fund The Rock being on SmackDown"?
No, they still be mad.
They're still
mad.
I think I'm just gonna say it. I think being mad at Jade or being mad in this situation because of Jade seems like a fruitless endeavor.
I think.
What's the point?
But Cal, I think you know that we know that you're right about that. But that does not mean people ain't gonna feel a way about it.
No, of course. I understand.
That's all it is.
Trust me.
Saying this is Jade's fault, Vaughn.
I understand.
We're not mad at Jade.
Yeah, but niggas said tomatoes and potatoes, and that's when it turns into a little bit more than.
Of course, I'm a shoulder checker.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
If my boy got released and you coming in here greener than an apple, yeah, I'm a shoulder check you.
Jay, that's that wrestling chick.
Yeah, I'm a
turnbuckle talk. If you want to talk about it on the Spaces,
yeah, I'm a shoulder check you like the CM Punk Jew.
I don't believe that. Right, I don't believe. So the chat again. I'm going back to the chat. Tripping.
Go to the chat.
Cal tripping right now.
I may be tripping
because y'all talking like when something happens. Whenever in your life, if something happened to somebody that you love, because these are people that they've been up and down the road with. Right? You're talking about no, these wasn't superstars. Y'all missing the fucking point. It doesn't matter if it's
still family,
greed,
family,
or whatever. Right. I've been. Me and this person slept in the same hotel room. We took the same cars. We eat together. This is all year. Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers is missing the point. Like y'all, I've never had a friend.
But this business.
If my friend is gone, I'm riding. I'm upset that my friend is gone. You have to understand this shit.
This business though, and it's a job.
But what I'm saying, Cal. That part, yeah, we understand that, but it's still this is my people, and sometimes that logical shit ain't going.
It don't equate.
That logical shit gonna get your ass kicked. Is basically what you're saying.
100%, and that's what happens. But the chat is talking like they don't understand. Rock said it. Y'all talking that street nigga shit. I'm talking real nigga shit. Because this is how people feel all the time in corporate America. When people get laid off, they're pissed about that. It's the only thing is they just don't punch nobody in the face.
You can't.
You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity because I'm in here wrestling.
You better keep that shit kayfabe, buddy.
I'm gonna potato your ass.
You better keep that shit kayfabe, buddy.
Show the check.
Keep that shit kayfabe.
I don't understand how. Like, come on, my nigga.
Right.
Shake that little P up, motherfucker.
It's a business. This is the American way. That's what they said in New Jack City.
I know this.
This is big business.
But I know this. I know it's business, but that still don't make me feel any better.
Right.
Right.
Do better.
No, I would never.
You got to. No,
that's facts, Mills. This is facts, but what
I'm
saying
in between the girls that got released or JD would take Jade.
You're right.
That's facts.
You're right. We're not saying that that's wrong. We're saying that that's right. But if it's your people, like you're not gonna be mad if I don't know. Let's see.
These niggas ain't got no friends.
Right.
I'd be mad. I'd be mad.
Nigga said something slipped to me online. First thing where this nigga at? We about to run into this motherfucker.
And we got to tell him chill.
For show. Chill. Like, yo, it ain't really. Nah, it is like that.
It is like that.
This is just over some words.
You gotta be over our squad, yes. Hold on. No, wait. No, because it's not the same thing. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't look at the people I work with the way I look at y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
So what
at the job, it is something, and I understand what y'all saying because it is different when you going up and down the road and whatnot. But business is you have to understand what you can't get mad at the person because of what the people who make the decisions do. If you're gonna be mad at anybody, you got to be mad at them or be mad at yourself to make yourself harder to be in their position. It's business. This is what the game is. I'm surprised there would be that much trust in the locker room. Honestly, I'm surprised that we would think that people wouldn't be a little bit more ruthless in the locker room.
My Black Rasslin of the week
is who?
Jade Cargill.
There you go. There you go. See, yeah, she heard you too. She heard you. They knew what time it was. Shoot.
Oh shit.
Maybe
Guess what I did? Guess what I did, y'all?
Which
I don't like this.
What you
ordered crab.
I knew it.
You heard the fuck out.
I knew it.
Ordered crabs from Conrad's. Crabs.
This is disgusting.
You don't feel.
No, I don't.
You okay?
One more time. One more time.
Caffeine.
Her hand like a catcher's mitt. Motherfucker is this big.
Like that motherfucker off of Total Recall.
Stop it.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
One more time for the road. Come on now.
Damn.
It's over.
They said it's over. Nah, is there anything else on this list? Y'all saw Randy Orton was back? Kind of.
Yes, honey.
He said.
I don't like it.
I hear voices in my head.
Every time somebody talks about Randy Orton, I get the feeling like he's not going to be around, like he's not going to be back anytime soon. But he was walking.
Niggas love Randy Orton, dog.
They was cheering for him.
I don't think he should.
I miss
like,
my
dog.
Randalls.
Go enjoy yourself. I seen you holding some titties. Like, go do that. Do that shit.
I miss my Randalls.
We don't need Randy Orton back.
Nah, man, he gave you enough.
He got one more run. He got one more run. He can go when he's healthy. He can go.
I don't want to see it at the expense of because I was never like a big Randy Orton fan, but he can go. But I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him like Edge. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, that's
He will never be like Edge.
Damn. Wait, Mimi, was did Randy Orton used to be your Roman Reigns?
So I fell in love with Roman Reigns and Randy Orton at the same time. SummerSlam, coming back as being a lapsed fan. SummerSlam, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. And the reason why I fell in love with Randy Orton is because he reminded me of that 85 type old school wrestling form of wrestling, like that Bret Hart close, tight.
Yes,
he got a mean power slam.
That shit is quick too.
Yeah,
woo!
That power slam is super. I like a good quick.
It looks good. It looks real good in ring.
He's gotten better. That's the thing. I mean, I'm always someone just like, you know, when your time has come. See you later. But he's gotten better over the years. I've actually grown to appreciate Randy Orton more the older I've gotten as a pro wrestling fan.
Because he's older.
He's gotten. I don't want to say he's gotten. I feel like he's gotten. I feel as he's
better.
Understood what pro wrestling was. I feel like he's gotten better.
Yeah.
He's also in that last group though of like. Because there was a report going on saying that currently in the WWE, John Cena's internally listed as the greatest of all time, whatever that means. And I was trying to think of who else would stand up to that and why. And at a certain point, there's only so many pro wrestlers who are still around that were doing the heavy pre-COVID run.
Ben is. I
love
it. Ben knows me. I do want the vibe.
Wow. See, I wasn't even going to. There's only so many pro wrestlers that have been where Randy Orton's been. And I figured, never mind. We derailed at this point.
And then,
what the fuck am I even trying to do?
Yeah.
What am I even trying to do? We got to get out of here. Before we get out of here, though, there's one question I have to ask. Mimi.
Yeah.
Who's your Black Rasslin of the week?
Shelton Benjamin is my Black Rasslin of the week. I know that he is going to be a blessing wherever he goes and whatever he does.
Shouts to Shelton Benjamin for real. Thank you.
Yeah, word.
What about you, brother Mav?
I'm gonna go Shelton Benjamin too. Fuck it.
I guess we'll make that a trifecta then. I'm gonna go Shelton Benjamin as well. I felt when I saw his name, I did definitely feel
like, damn,
because he could still go.
Yeah,
he could if they could put him on TV and not on some like he don't need a title.
Nah.
Give him a title, but he don't need a title.
Let him just go out there and work.
He could do
Shout out the work.
Facts. He could probably do what Chris Jericho does.
Eating off the carcass and shit.
Nah, it's just that it'll be people eating off of Shelton Benjamin, but yeah,
like they've been.
I think it'll be interesting to see what. And again, we really don't even know if that's all. You know that the WWE is finished with the releases or not. So we'll keep y'all posted. That's all we got for this week. Mimi, we'll let people know where they can find you on the social medias.
Y'all know what it is. I am Mimi Shells on the Twitter machine. That is now not going to have any circles. I've never used my Twitter circle, but it's about to be done. But you can find me there until he starts charging people because I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, me neither. That'll be a real end of an era.
Right.
Don't follow me. When you have to pay for it, you will never see me.
Big facts.
Here.
Ever.
This is the only place you will see me.
Yeah, YouTube. Don't start charging. Do not start charging YouTube.
Nope.
Unless y'all gonna pay every week in this super chat to get me back on the Twitter machine.
The super chat will be just for Mav to tweet.
Just for me to not tweet and tell you not to follow me.
Right.
To hold an account to not be followed.
Right.
Don't follow me, nigga.
At Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. As always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. We should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay the 1, pay the 10 to get content like this, but different because YouTube won't let us play all that content. There's a new Bulls up. It dropped the other day. There's a bunch of content up, honestly.
I had an idea about the Bulls.
You had an idea about the Bulls?
Yeah, I'm gonna discuss that in private.
Yeah, we'll talk about it at some
point. With the Bulls. Fuck.
Facts. Peace, everybody paying in the super chats. Rock with y'all. Peace, everybody. Please drop your likes.
Peace,
if you're not subscribed, fix that. Hit the bell so you know whenever we're dropping. Shouts everybody in the chat.
Buzz, Dempsey, Vaughn.
Appreciate y'all.
Was good.
We got one.
You already know.
One more week without fam.
Rattler Steve.
He'll be back next month. We'll be back next week. Catch y'all soon. But y'all know what it is.
Am I frozen?
Yes.
Yeah, you've been Mimi McConnell.
It's just how about that? It's funny because
oh my god.
Yeah, you still frozen. On that note, New Jack, take us out.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked.